Here we go. Season 2's off to a cracker. John shouting over a brand new intro theme, which he doesn't actually know what it is.
With the filthy word.
What did he say?
Well, you said it.
What did I say? Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's the 28th of July, 2015. It's the first show of Season 2. We've been putting this off for weeks, and it's paid dividends because now we've got loads of stuff to talk about. John says we don't have much to talk about, but I think he's confusing it with the amount of input he gives to the show in general.
Zing.
Oh, look, listen, there's a lot
I didn't say it was nothing. I just said there's a lot of nothing.
Well,
there is a lot of nothing, but there's a lot of nothing on one page to get through for the hour.
Yeah, let's. we're keeping it to an hour. Fair fucking.
That's the goal, isn't it?
It is the goal. There was a pun there. Okay, so I'm just looking at this. We're going to do the latest news. Then we're going to talk about all the confirmed transfers, and we're going to play a game with John and Dan, and it's going to hopefully get us through the transfers pretty quick without too much deliberation. We're going to play a game to get through it, and
Connect
then
4.
Huh?
Connect 4.
Yep, that's good radio.
Hungry hippo.
Buckaroo, the game at Kings.
Just Liverpool taking everyone.
That would be pretty incredible.
Brendan Rodgers dressed as a hippo.
Just old Brendan Rodgers.
Players.
Old Brendan Rodgers.
You could craft a plastic bits in operation to be certain high profile players, and we could all wear masks of different managers and see who actually gets people that one is rumoured to. When we do an ITK night in the Woolshed in 7 years, when it gets big, because it's going to take that long, we can do that then for spoils. Then after that, we'll do the transfer rumours. We're going to talk a little bit about the Copa America. We're going to talk about the Irish teams playing in the Europa League currently, the 2018 World Cup draw, and then we have some little awards from the summer to get to. So first, with the news, Dan, Wenger and Mourinho Community Shield. That's this Sunday, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Mourinho's already having a go with him.
So, criticising him about how much he spent or buying the
he
league
said in the last 3 years he spent more money than me. It's like...
Is that... No. He has, but he...
Yeah, but it's like... he spent probably about 20 million more.
Yeah.
And for the previous 10 years, like Mourinho spent like nearly $1 billion or something.
Yeah, but that was with Real Madrid. That's a fucking different world, mate.
He actually didn't buy huge at Madrid.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, he didn't buy Ronaldo.
Uh-huh.
He didn't buy Bale. He didn't buy Ham.
He's never bought Ham, I hear.
He bought... Who did he buy? He bought like the likes of Varane and stuff. And Modric.
Yeah, Varane's croaked, by the way. Varane's injured.
Really, but he didn't buy big with them, but he bought big with Chelsea. Huge.
Do you think Mourinho's starting excuses already?
He's just pissing Wenger off. It's his favourite hobby, like, you know.
They've sold 2 very good squad players.
Drogba and
Czech and
anyway.
Luis today, or the
yeah.
And you count Drogba. Like, have they brought anyone in?
Falcao, Victor Moses is back, and Begovic.
Victor Moses is going straight back out.
Well, I think Czech's a better player than Begovic.
And they've got a young lad called Kennedy. I think they bought him, and
there's no doubt about that.
And another young
we'll get to
Nathan or something.
But I just think
spoiling
that, like,
the game. You're spoiling
Arsenal
the game.
might bring in someone. They've improved with Czech anyway, and with Chelsea, they still Costa will get a ban at some point this season, or will get
he's
injured.
turning on ice.
We didn't get a ban last year, so maybe he's
you never get a ban your first year though. Suarez played until year number 2.
That's very, very true. It's going to be interesting anyway. It's always good to start the mind games with Wenger though, because I guess we'll talk about it when we get to transfers. But if I was Mourinho defending the title, and I do look at some of the business out there with his rivals, especially Arsenal, Man United, I can understand why he might feel the need.
But Arsenal haven't, besides buying Czech, which I know they needed a goalie, he's a great signing, but they haven't done it else.
Yeah, they do have an almost fit squad as well for once.
Well,
are Sky don't show the Charity Shield anymore?
Somebody does. Or it's BBC.
I know someone does, but you hear nothing about it anymore. Like,
I kind of enjoy it.
That's because
it's like both teams always go for it.
No one mentions it.
Actually, no, Mourinho will still park the bus to piss Wenger off. You know he will.
Oh,
I think it's not mentioned, John, because it's not on Sky.
Yeah,
it's like anything that's not on Sky.
You hear nothing about it. Like,
I'm sure it's on somewhere.
It's always a good kick-off to the season, though.
Sports.
It's a good teaser. Okay, we can talk about some managerial changes since the last time we did a show. Claudio Ranieri is the new Leicester boss. That's kind of surprising. I think.
If he can't keep Cambiasso, so
No.
I've got no faith in him whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm pretty
You
much
had
the
faith in
same.
him before.
No,
He lost 1-0 to the Faroe Islands at home with Greece, and he got sacked in November.
I've been there.
Football Manager, FIFA.
Yeah, have you personally been there?
There's some tough times.
Yeah, Master League or football.
The poor Greeks are going through it all. John getting sacked, Ranieri getting sacked, no
Yeah,
money.
It's a bankrupt country. I think losing to the Faroe Islands is the least of their worries, or most. I don't know.
Yeah, potato. It depends where you look at it.
No, it's bizarre.
what
Because
other-
he's been sacked at every club he's been with since Chelsea.
Well,
Was he sacked at Valencia, Roma?
Chelsea? No.
He was
went
he was technically sacked at Chelsea.
Bar
Okay.
Sir Alex
Valencia.
Ferguson. What manager isn't sacked?
Brenn's never
Well,
got sacked. He has been sacked.
was,
Yeah.
Well,
Ranieri lasted like literally one season every year he's round, and had not had a job for a few.
I'm happy to have him back in the Premier League.
It'd be funny, like I never forget his reply when they bought Juan Varane from Chelsea for Man United. He's like, I think Varane will be any better at Chelsea. He wasn't very good at Man United. I don't know. That was his response. I just paid 25 million for Varane, and I don't know if he'd been any good
what an odd response to remember for like 10
because
years.
it was funny.
Remember what he said? I don't know.
More than 10 years, isn't it?
2003.
Yeah. Very
you
good,
go.
Dan. Very good. That's why you're here.
That's why you tune in.
That's why I'm
folks.
It's the only thing I'm good at. Football stats, irrelevant football stats.
Well,
Agreed.
and incorrect football. Stats.
Just wait till the end when you choose their favorite. That's Dan's favorite Premier League moment.
He's already giving it away.
Fuck.
So what other managerial? West Ham have hired.
Bilic.
Yes, the services.
Remember when he
Slaven
was
Bilic.
good in 2004 or 5?
2008.
Same thing. What's he done since other than play the guitar and all that sort of thing?
Does he do the guitar?
He's a bit of a nut job.
You say that a lot, as if you knew
but
personally.
he does seem it though. Like he's a bit of a wacky man on the sidelines. to have, you know.
Wacky man.
Like he wouldn't. He'd be in the. Be leading the wacky races like Dick Dastardly and all them.
We've gone away from football stats. This is why people don't.
It's a
listen to the
wacky
show.
race to the sacking with Ranieri, Bilic, and Sherwood. I think this year.
Yeah, yeah.
And
did
Bren.
Did we? Well, did we
There's no
talk?
Lambert to fall back this year.
I tell you, did we talk about Steve McLaren? Was that before we took?
I think we might have mentioned it before. I didn't. I can't remember. But yeah, he's.
No, he
he's another-
did because I made
he's
the,
another-
I made the witty quip. Is he now going to adopt a Geordie accent? And like you guys neither know sold it or didn't get the brilliance of the joke. I presume it's the latter.
Was that the same time when he told a story about the Geordie getting raped to death?
No. That was my spoof for the week. I think.
Jeez, this time last year when you
The
said
character
when you said
rapist.
the R word, I took the moral high ground and bleeped it out, and here you are flagrantly flaunting it in people's faces.
Well, that is what happened. It's
But you're not really.
it's not
He's
medical.
already putting in people's faces. It was on the radio.
Okay,
It's like in their ears, maybe.
is that it with the managerial stuff? Obviously, the Rafa thing was confirmed.
Can we bring back the bleeping?
Pep Guardiola, I suppose, would be the big one now.
What about him?
A lot of rumours he's agreed to join City next year, but I don't know why he'd agree next year to go when he's already with Bayern. But
Well, will he be with Bayern this season? Yes.
he's got one more. Oh, yeah, he'd be this year, yeah, but he's got one more year in his contract. They haven't even discussed a new deal, and you kind of get the feeling it's not working there.
He's
Like,
been terrible.
it's not really working there, is it? Like,
No.
I
Sure, you
I
only
do
won the
think
league, I guess,
City
so.
would do.
Yeah, but
Even if City won the treble this year, I'd still think they'd sack Pellegrini.
We've talked about this before. Nobody was going to come in and do better than the treble, and he's won the league, and he's gotten them pretty far in
Yeah, no,
competitions.
it's got embarrassing.
No, I
chances twice,
just think
That's
though.
true.
I just think there's something. I don't know. I don't think Rummenigge likes him. I don't think Beckenbauer likes him. And they're the hierarchy, the
Put it
biggest
this way,
players.
Dan. He was put into a
Premier
very,
League
very strange situation where he inherited a team that, in essence, was really, really good, but wasn't his team. So to make major changes to it wouldn't have been allowed. All he could fuck around with was the formation. The one big signing that he brought in was Thiago, because Lewandowski was already confirmed at the time from the powers that be. Thiago's injured most of the time, so it's one of those cases where he never got to put his stamp on it as his team.
Oh no,
He changed the diet. Did you hear that story?
No, something to do with chips.
Yeah, he came. Well, he got
always
rid
to do
of
with
the chips as well. But his first season, he came in, and in their first pre-season friendly, everyone was there eating bread rolls and croissants. And Radio was like, "All right, well, I guess it's just something they do for the first pre-season game. I'll let it go." Second game, all the same. It's like, no. So he took away all their bread. So no wonder they're all miserable. Like,
Look, you know,
fair. They shouldn't really be eating bread.
well, bread won them the Champions League.
won them the treble. They should be eating bread. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah,
The bread or the
both. All right, Women's World Cup. I wanted to talk about this for a different reason. So USA got to the final, which hopefully the male team will be able to do in 20 years' time.
win?
No, they won it, yeah.
and won
They just got to the final, they won it. Well done, USA, for getting to the final.
and winning.
On a completely separate note, USA also won the tournament.
They beat Japan, or as Hulk Hogan would say, WrestleMania 9, something different. And the thing I want to bring up is that England got very far. So obviously the English media, usually getting their shitstorm about that. But by all accounts, it was like a really good showcase of football.
England were actually very unlucky, actually. I remember, like, they were...
Okay.
I didn't watch most. I watched a bit of it, but...
This is what I was going to ask. Why are people not, like, watching this? Of all the women's things to
It's
watch.
never
a
really been on
stereotype,
TV.
isn't it?
Was that on TV?
Did you see like some of the people after it? It's like The Walking Dead. They were all playing on AstroTurf pitches, all their buddies, and all the players were like tweeting photos, so just their legs just like bleeding and scratched and all. And it was just like a joke because they'd like never ever do that for the Man World Cup or the Male World Cup, which they might in Russia.
Did you call it the Mana World Cup?
I call it the Man World Cup, which is what I think it should be called.
Why not? If they're not
So
going to
without
have
a new John for Series 2, ladies and gentlemen.
if they're not going to have intergender football, they might as well just have the Man World Cup
Just to make sure.
and the bloodied leg.
The
World
real World Cup.
Cup. Shut up! Don't get started now.
I'm being facetious. I was going
good.
to say another word, but...
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just.
But
I don't know.
it's
I
a
wish I
stereotype.
watched
It's a
it.
stereotype of it, isn't it? But your man, there's like some girl scored a hat. Was it Lloyd? Was her name? She got a hat trick in the first 15 minutes of the final.
Okay.
And scored 2 beauties as well. So
The halfway line goal.
yeah, and then Japan. To be fair, Japan couldn't defend.
Does
They
anyone
allowed-
remember the name of the girl who scored the hilarious own goal to knock England out in the last minute?
Oh,
That's what England were so unlucky to go out.
Yeah.
It was who was it? No, gone.
What was her name?
I'm sure she'll be a Trivial Pursuit question.
I'm sure she will. Okay, right. Let's get down to this.
We'll tell you when we might get your pursuit in 10 years.
Let's get down to this. Okay, some of the amounts aren't available for me. Okay, so I'll do my best here. And I'm going to try not to double up. So I've got the completed list of the Premier League. Then I'm going to go through the completed list of the other major leagues, big teams in the other major leagues, and I'm going to try not double up because obviously when I get to I don't know, like United, I'm going to try and not say when I get to Bayern Munich that they sold Schweinsteiger. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to try and... So here's how we're going to do it, and we're going to try and keep it pretty concise because it's been fairly busy, okay?
Without being hectic.
Well, yeah, I suppose, but there's a lot going on, right? And there's a lot of question marks as well.
Well, what's happening now is that Sky are in a lot of trouble
Oh, yeah?
because
The dildo thing last year.
last year they kept on every day was about Boney leaving, and Swansea had already signed him up. He wasn't going anywhere, but Sky kept reporting it that he like got Liverpool or United.
Yeah, the link clubs thing where the Egypt Cup
and then Sky Bet kept putting their odds down, so loads of people were putting money on it. So now Sky have to be very
I've
diligent.
noticed
with
they
ratings.
haven't gone, like they go, there's 74 days, 3 hours and 6 minutes and 8 seconds left of the window, all that nonsense. That hasn't been happening at all on Sky
No, they
Sports.
can't do it. No.
Like, they got the big screen and they got past all the teams. Like, this was a good graphic they had, but it was just
Plus, I
speculation.
also think they've been embarrassed. I think most deals have got done like Benteke, Liverpool's deals got done very quickly, like rumoured and done, and then same with United with their two. Like Schneiderlin is roughly rumoured, but
Well, Schneider and Schweinsteiger happening within 24 hours.
exactly,
Yeah,
like that's how most teams are doing it now.
Okay, so here's how we're going to do this, right? Where applicable, as in if it's not a loan or if it's we can talk about freeze, I suppose. But when it's not a loan or I don't have the information in front of me, okay, it's going to be a double barrel question, right? One, is it a good signing for the club, as in will the player perform? Yes or no? And two, is it an outrageous price? Yes or no? So that's how we'll do it, okay? All right. So first we'll do the Arsenal ins. So we had Petr Cech, and okay, everything except the British ones are going to be in euros. This is in pounds. Petr Cech in from Chelsea for 10 million. So first question.
I think we're all agreeing everything is yes for this.
Everything's
Great.
yes?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Everything's yes.
Best goalkeeper ever to play in the Premier League. So yeah,
Yeah.
back on.
Oh,
It's
never mind.
go on.
He is.
Is he the best goalie ever?
If you have a dream team for the Premier League of all time, he would be number one keeper. Yeah,
Hislop?
Get out.
Shaka.
Shaka. Who would you say, John?
I don't know. I just think it's worth.
John Young.
It's worth an argument. I'm not. It's not
No,
like
I think he'd
there's
be,
very few. If you were picking a Premier League 11, I wouldn't be like Ryan Giggs, probably the only person for left
Henry.
mid, and even then, maybe not even Henry. Alan Shearer could argue that. What formation are you playing? I'm just saying you're
Yeah.
not like Czech.
What formation are you playing? You're definitely playing a goalie.
No, I mean, we were talking about Henri and Shearer.
Oh, sorry. I drifted
Jackass.
off.
Would you put Jack at number 1?
Yeah. I would. I think he's saved the most points, literally. Okay.
It depends, like, what years we're talking about. Like, if you talk about checking his prime, Reina beat him for the Golden Glove 2 out of those 3 years. Is Reina better because then Reina left or played for a poor team? Is De Gea better because he clearly got United 4th last year?
I think
Is Schmeichel better because he made that United team?
Czech won a couple of league titles, a couple of cups, league cups and all that, but
We're talking about
he was 9 years.
9 years
playing
and
really-
won 9 years and won 2 Premier League, 3 Premier League medals, 4 probably, but you don't count it last year. And 9 years.
I think Czech was on top as the best goalie in the division longer than anybody else, though.
That's probably true.
As in,
I'll
like,
give
you-
you duration.
Okay, yeah, no, but I think that's what he means.
Well,
like-
duration then with Dave Seaman maybe, but or Shea Given, but
Jens Lehmann won the season undefeated.
So see how I created this game to be snappy?
Okay,
First name I've mentioned, and okay. So Arsenal outs. Carl Jenkinson to West Ham on loan. Sonogo to Ajax on loan. Diaby released. Any thoughts on any of those?
Jenkinson good signing.
For West Ham, yeah?
Yeah.
Diaby's going to be like a new signing to.
So West Brom had agreed terms
he's not gone.
with his agent, and he said, "I'm not going to West Brom."
He's going to France.
He is
back
going
home.
to France.
So
Fair feckin' play. All right, Aston Villa. Players in. Scott Sinclair from Manchester City, undisclosed fee. So regardless
Good.
of the fee, is that a good signing for them? I think it has to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Mika Richards from Fiorentina on a free.
great buy.
Yep.
He kind of disappeared. From what I remember, it's a good signing, but there's
He's only like 25.
I know, but he's been playing for a
I
long
know
time.
it's just it's for so long.
Guai from Lille.
Don't know.
I don't know.
That's a lot of money.
Is that the 12 million lad?
Yeah.
12 million.
They bought another lad, was it the IU as well? He's a lot of money as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. IU. Is there one? Hold on.
No, I think I used the 12 million. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, no, that's him. IU, yeah. Okay, so
He's good,
That's there's. Let's see. Have a look at their outs. Their big outs are in bigger teams, so I'll get to them later. Nothing else major, Villa. Okay,
Shea Given left.
He did, yeah. Okay, Shea Given to Stoke. Well, I was going to get that when I got to Stoke City. I don't know what to say about Shea. Like, he's not going to start, is he?
No?
Why wouldn't he? He's so
Jack,
big of it.
Jack Butland's in goal. He's a very good
Oh,
keeper.
yeah, that's true. Sorry.
Okay, Bournemouth. They spent 8 million on a man called Mings.
Tyrone Mings off Burnley.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
off Burnley, off Ipswich Town.
Oh, sorry, Mings. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's all right. I think he's a young lad. I think.
I presume that broke Burnley's transfer record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
But
much.
they're getting
that.
Max Gradle as well. He's playing for Leeds.
Okay, Chelsea Inns. I guess we might as well just start at the big one. Falcao on a 1-year loan from Monaco.
Bad.
Okay, really?
Yep.
All right. Now, is this with the idea that Costa's going to start most games and Falcao will make a few appearances in the cup and a few subs appearances and never shine? Or do you think if Falcao got a run in the team for whatever reason, that he'd still also be a failure like last year?
I think he'd be a failure. No matter what? I just think that whatever. Just the injuries took their hold on him. I never saw a lot of him in Spain when he was at his best, and I have my things about Spain where defenses aren't great anyway. France is very few players come from France after scoring a lot of goals to do stuff. He was never good at United. He couldn't control the ball, nonetheless have a chance of scoring.
Yeah.
And
Seems to be almost
I
a
don't see
lack
why
of
he went to
confidence
Chelsea.
as well. I think.
Well, that.
I don't think Van Gaal's a good manager for that.
No,
Anyway, we'll
God,
talk about
no.
that later.
God,
but
no.
Well, do you agree with what John's saying?
I agree very much so, but Mourinho, why would he buy it? Why would he take him on loan? Because
Well,
he's still paying ridiculous wages for him, and he could have just bought. He could have bought like any old striker just to fill in as number 2. Really,
The
that's the
reason-
only reason I can think of that. Maybe Mourinho
there
sees
is-
something
there is-
in him.
there is a reason.
But I'm not convinced. I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to see Falcao back.
The
But
reason
I will not hold me back.
The reason is, did you hear this?
Cahill and Terry said they were.
Yes,
Yeah.
a recommendation of one game.
So is
Said
that the one where he hit the post in Stamford Bridge?
But basically, they said that he was very hard to handle, and under the right circumstances, he could basically do well at Chelsea.
Same reason Liverpool bought Andy Carroll.
because he was really good against them.
Yep.
He was also the hottest English striker in the league over those 6 months before.
Oh no, yeah, but Kamolias, Carragher, Nager, whoever else, who was the toughest to play against.
Yeah. Well, he was going through a purple patch at that time. One he'll never ever go through again. So Begovic, we've talked about him loads already. As a backup keeper, like it's really really good. People might question his decision to go. Like he's like 7 years older than Courtois.
Like held out for like maybe if Liverpool wanted a new keeper or
No, we didn't.
or someone like that, or just he could have gone higher than a sub.
Wait, you can't go higher than first.
As a sub goal, like it could be a big team for top.
Okay,
London.
players out. Van Ginkel's gone to Stoke on loan. He never looked great, did he? 2 seasons ago. Let's see, Peter Cech, we've done that. Atsu has gone to Bournemouth on loan.
What?
And Drogba is gone to the MLS. That was always going to happen. He's only on a 1-year deal anyway. That's pretty much it. They haven't done any other major...
Drogba shouldn't have come back.
I'm sure he was glad that he came back and won the Premier
He
League.
scored at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I know, but your last kick for a team to win the Champions League or...
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Or just a random Premier League medal that he already has.
Lads, he had a great time. He had a great time last year. I don't think he's regretting it. Crystal Palace, Yon Gabab from PSG.
Great buy.
Great
That's
signing.
huge. Why did nobody bigger than Palace go in? Obviously, you had
He's
the
a bad
relationship with Pardew. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think the play. Obviously, he really likes Pardew, but yeah, it must be that. But I think he knows.
Nobody.
He knows he's guaranteed first team football.
But
he's a big fish in this.
There's other
small
places
pond.
he could have, like fucking hell. Are you telling me that he couldn't get into first team at Spurs? I think he definitely could have. The fact that
Well, maybe they didn't want him.
nobody else was linked with him besides Palace.
I think he just wants to get games for the Euro squad for next year.
It's one of those ones to me that like jumps out as a player bigger than the club. I think it's a ridiculously good signing.
Oh yeah, I think him and Jednak in midfield could be really good. And if they can keep Lassie punching Zaha, I'll do the predictions next week. But
that's pretty much the biggest one there. Defelu from Barcelona to Everton. He was there on loan anyway.
it was 2 years, but
was it 2 years ago?
It's a permanent deal now, is it?
it's permanent for
4.2 million.
It's a great signing.
I think it's a ridiculously good signing.
Yeah, I think it's another one of those kind of players that come out of the Barcelona. There was Cuenca didn't make it. Teo hasn't made it. Delafeo kind of hasn't really made it. There's kind of a lot of them. Giovanni Dos Santos. There've been a lot of them kind of coming through, and they just haven't hit that. Bojan's another one. So
it's one of the hardest teams to watch back into.
Rumours are that Adebayor is in Villa at the minute.
yeah, he's spotted in the Midlands.
Yeah, we'll go over the
Literally
rumours.
event accurate.
We'll go over the rumours now when we're done here. Everton have also brought in Tom Cleverley. They got him on a free.
Weird one.
He was terrible with Villa last year.
He worked with Martinez at Wigan.
I didn't think he was terrible.
He was with.
That's because
he
you
was
just
up-
watched a few matches against Liverpool.
He was fine at that level.
Yeah.
He wasn't amazing or bad. He was just fine. It's like
I think
he
he
nothing to
fitted
play.
into that team.
But see, he worked with Martinez at Wigan in 2008, 9. So maybe he sees something in him, but whatever.
Nothing from Leicester that isn't anyway interesting.
Well, can't be asked about.
Cambiasso out. Yeah, that was only a 1-year deal anyway, so it made sense. Where is he going? Turkey or something?
He
I haven't
hasn't
got
decided
such
yet. But
Okay, this one is going to take a while. Liverpool, busiest team, I think, in Europe. Joe Gomez from Charlton Athletic, by all accounts in pre-season, and we need to talk about Liverpool's pre-season compared to other teams around their position in the league's pre-season and the fucking difference. So it's very hard to go by pre-season.
No,
they're
you don't
playing
compare.
no competition while everybody else are playing big teams or
yeah,
big
but
cups.
what does that prove? Would you rather play a team from Australia that's gonna fight hard because they're playing Liverpool, or play a Barcelona or United who don't give a shit?
I don't know.
I
Last year we
wouldn't like
played-
you guys beat Dortmund last year. I remember you were raving about it. I'm like, it's only fucking pre-season.
I know, but
Doesn't mean
all
it.
the other teams are playing a shed load of good competition. And I just think
I
it'd be
honestly
nice.
think it's better to play a bunch of teams that are going to kick the crap out of you and give you a good game that are still fit because
Like
they're still in their
like
season.
remember
then-
Rovers played Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like Pat Flynn. I remember Pat Flynn played for us time. There was Stephen Rice. There was Ollie Cahill. They were milling into Ronaldo every time they could. Like
Okay,
they
well,
were
look,
giving them.
I take your point, and if that is the case, I'd be happy to hear it, because by all reports, Joe Gomez was good. 3.5 million. He'll be second choice left back next year.
I think it'll be first choice left back next year.
Okay, Brendan has emphatically said it's Moreno, by the way, and the only reason Moreno hasn't featured is because of injury. So
Yeah, but
I
he's
don't
useless.
I don't really know much about him, so
Okay.
I'm sure he'd be fine.
I'm going to leave that one for a minute. Adam Bodkin has come in as Brad Jones has gone out as backup keeper from Bolton Wanderers on a free.
It's a
Sonny's a good keeper.
It's a fine signing. He's better than Jones, and it saved us paying money for a second
He's played
choice.
2 full seasons in the Premier League with Bolton
Exactly,
as well.
so it's fine.
Okay. Klein from Southampton
Great buy.
for 12.5 million. Essentially the England successor to Glenn Johnson, and now the Liverpool one too.
He's better than Johnson.
Well, that's what we hope.
It'll be good now because
I think he's a perfect age to come into a team like this as
from
well.
Palace to Southampton. Now, see if he can progress again. But I think he looks good. I've always liked him for a few years now. He looks a good player.
James Milner on a free from Manchester City is just
Better than Gerrard.
put a smile on everybody's face, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing is that makes me slightly trepidatious. Brendan Rodgers has been so public about playing him in the centre, playing him in the centre, playing him in the centre. When I look at the amount of central midfielders we have this year, you've got like Lucas and Can and Allen and Hendo, and Phil might drop back there, and you've got Milner as well, right? It kind of makes me think that I wish he wasn't so public about that, like, because James Milner can play anywhere, and anytime there is an issue, and there will be issues this year with this team,
We have a lot of games.
throw him in.
Yeah, like Milner, I can see when you're chasing a game, Milner will go left back.
Yeah, I just hope
Or
that
right back.
I don't want to see a match where Milner doesn't play centre. So.
I don't want to play Matthew Milner on the pitch, but I hope he doesn't mind what position
Not saying
he
you've got a
plays.
problem, but look at Arsenal's midfield. Like, they've got even more options.
Yeah, I just
But
hope
the thing about Wenger, he hasn't said anything about who's playing where. Ramsey could go right, Ozil could go left, because
Wilshere could go holding with.
Yeah,
Tottenham,
but that's the whole thing.
But the thing that I just don't want him to not, I don't want him to be upset if he's asked to be deployed somewhere else, because I think that's the best thing about him.
He is a very good pro. He will be fine wherever he goes. But I'm sure he wants to play centre midfield.
Liverpool's third free signing of the year, Danny Ings from Burnley, great age to join Liverpool as well. Very, very fast, and I think that in that little Liverpool team helps. He'll probably start Europa games by himself or with Origi.
He'll be starting against Stoke.
Think so?
I'd almost guarantee it.
I think it's a good signing. I really actually do.
He's fine because he's a free transfer. I wouldn't really pay much money for him, though.
He got plenty of goals last year considering he's playing in a dire team.
He's got the same amount of goals as Wayne Rooney.
And he's playing in a bad team. Now he's
I
got
think
better
he's
support.
fine. I just, as a backup, I think he's fine. Not as a number one.
Well,
starter.
and he's not. He's
Better than Barini.
He's essentially
I'm
third.
better than Brini.
He's essentially third choice if Serge was fit.
In theory, yeah.
In theory. So, but I actually think he might be the surprise package from Liverpool this
Yeah,
year.
like he seems not right.
Christian Benteke for 32.5. Myself and John
Here we
have
go.
had so many debates. So many of them I wish were recorded for this podcast about Liverpool and their formation. We're not going to bore you because it's not a Liverpool podcast. But you wanted back when we were rumoured with him. How do you feel now about Benteke, and going back to that double barrel question? How will he perform for the team, and what's the price mean to you?
It's not my money.
I know it is, but it doesn't mean you can't critique it.
I don't know. We wanted a striker. We wanted him, and we got him. The money, I think, once we sell Sterling for a large amount of money, we were never going to get Benteke
Cheap. But that's it.
Cheap.
It's inflated price. When they go, that's what you got in the bank.
Yeah, but it's going to go all mad soon. The Di Maria deal is going to happen, and then everyone...
Man United could go again.
Right,
They easily could.
No, you think that Man United, they're teasing
They
that
need to go.
that Blind is going to be their saviour at centre back this year rather than
Blind?
buying someone. Yeah, at left side centre back rather than buying a new
one.
one. Yeah, so
Put left back. Yeah,
he did it. Yeah, both.
no, I know.
Because obviously Rojo's in the bad books for his passport issue. So, I don't know. Look, if United got a good centre forward in and a good defender in, I think it's probably the best transfer window I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Even if they do make a loss on Di Maria, but there's no scenario in this world.
I really
where they
don't
weren't.
think Man United care if they make a loss on the stage.
Your thoughts on Benteke anyway?
Benteke, good signing, but I don't think he's worth 30 million.
What about 32?
Yeah.
Just buy a clause, though.
Yeah, but that's no. But he's
And he's 24.
He's worth 20.
He's 3 years older than Sterling, who's worth almost twice.
Oh well, he's not worth that either. But
I'm just
he's
saying
worth
that's-
about 20 million.
Like, what's,
Because
what's, what stage,
you don't know
what,
what.
like, what player is worth his price? Like, was Bale worth 100 million?
No.
No.
Like, what player is...
If you're to look at the inflation of the market, I think this is
Especially
fine.
with the new money.
There's few players in the Premier League.
Well, Peter
That
Cech
are-
was relatively cheap. I know he was.
That's 'cause he wasn't needed.
An old goalkeeper is different. Listen,
Villa get relegated without Benteke's goals.
Yeah.
His buyout
Well,
clause
they
32
also
million.
did lose Delph as well.
Yeah,
which
and they
is
have
pretty huge.
no need to sell him.
here's the thing I look at that. when you look at players proven in the Premier League who are actually like minutes per goal up there in the top 10.
I've seen his record. It's very impressive.
Up there in the top 10 that Liverpool could actually get. You know, that's the price. Like, I think that's fine. Because, you know, it's definitely the best we can get.
Just, for example, it was last year, like, Morata went to Juventus for 20 million.
I don't think Morata was going to come to us last year.
No, I know. I'm just saying, though, but there are still those kind of...
The Premier League is also the most... When it comes to ins and outs of the Premier League, that's a lot more inflated than the fees from Italy to Spain. Always.
I do understand that, but, you know, I mean, like, it is still, I'm sure... I don't know. I just don't like... I just think it's probably too... He's a good player. I'm not saying he's not, but I think everyone was overpriced. But
like, Sturridge never comes back. The whole season is dependent on Benteke's goals. Like, can he do the job? Can he get like 15 to 20 goals this year?
No.
See, I don't think Liverpool are going to play that way to help him. Like, you know, if they're going to play like passing to feet and asking him to run in behind,
he's not a long ball player though.
He's a counter attack.
Yeah, but that's how we played.
Yeah, very true.
Well, if you didn't play it last year.
It's good you know attackers.
It's very true as well.
We had Sterling.
If you played to his strengths, he could be good. You need maybe it's like Firmino. I don't know what he's like. But never heard of him.
Speaking of which, that's the last one. Roberto Firmino from Hoffenheim for 21 million. It's a huge question mark. It's probably the biggest money spent on an unproven player coming to a league in Europe.
It's the biggest money spent for no one knowing his name 3 days before the transfer.
He was in the... it's not even big praise to say you're in the Brazilian national squad. Like, look at Fred.
It's only like 22 million, but it's just been exaggerated.
It could be a really good buy, or it could just be an expensive flop.
His stats are good. Apparently Bayern wanted him but couldn't fit him in, so
they got Douglas Costa instead.
They did, yeah.
I have no idea.
And United
Shakhtar.
for whatever reason didn't pursue it the way that they'd been rumoured to. Anyway, let's see. Any Liverpool outs that aren't involving the Premier League? No. Okay, so moving on. Manchester City, who were late to the party, much like PSG due to the financial
Johnson
fair
go
play
to
thing.
Stoke?
Yeah, but I said that didn't go to the Premier League because I'm going to get to them when they come in. Right. Okay, so Raheem Sterling 49 million. Just spoke about him. Anything else? Price is insane. But can Raheem Sterling link up with Aguero and
doing okay?
Can Man City do better than they did last year?
He's not a bad player, and he will improve that team. But 49 million is like that is really, really like dangerous territory.
There's no way that he does 49 million worth of work. Like,
I know. I'm not saying that, but like, you know, he's better than I'd probably have him ahead of Nasri because I think he's a little fart. But like,
always does well when he plays.
If he misses even three of the million chances he bottled for Liverpool
he does
last
miss
year,
a lot of chances.
He won't last. He could be out of the City team
it's
forever.
It's a stronger team with Sterling, Silva, and Aguero than
on paper.
Like, if they can get him going, but no, certainly way overpriced.
Like,
and
there's no one playing
Championship
Championship Manager who's letting Milner go and signing Raheem Sterling instead. Like, it's not like.
But that's the ethos in that club. Like, they've got
League.
Fabian Delph as well, who said he didn't want to leave Villa, and then 2 days later he joined.
That makes
City.
even less sense. What are they trying to sign?
Let's talk about Delph here.
They're trying to buy young English players to fill their quota.
They have to fill their quota. But here's the thing, John, that I was thinking. You were talking about the idea of like Silva, Sterling, and Aguero being good for City and stuff like that. A lot of besides Aguero, right? The majority of City's better performances last year came when they sorted out the centre of the park. When you had Milner in there, when you had Lampard in there. The Yaya thing, he didn't care for half the year. The Fernandinho thing never ever worked, right? The one person they've bought to solidify that midfield returning to form is Delph. And
he's better than the two lads that have in midfield already.
He's already injured though.
Yeah, but he'd be fine if
What do you mean he's better?
He's better than Fernando and Fernandinho. They're both awful.
No, when they play together.
They're awful.
Fernandinho,
I think is just absolute disaster.
I don't see Delph doing great shakes. To be honest, in City, what do you think, John? For 8 million as well.
8 million is.
For 8 million is worth
8 million is that price I can give them. Patrick Roberts from Fulham from 12. Is this a question mark too?
He's like
the Fulham fan I know. I'll take it.
Joyce is just like, yeah, great.
Yeah, he played a few times.
But it's like that's a ridiculous one. I've seen him play once or twice. He looks okay. He's only about 18.
Yeah, it's a really weird one. Okay, United ins. Memphis Depay. I think was this done before our last show?
We talked about this one.
Grant, I think he's phenomenal.
Liverpool backed out of this deal because he was too much money. Like, it was done, and Liverpool went no because of Sturridge and said we need a striker. So got Benteke and Firmino for a little bit more than
How much was he? It's not here in front
40
of me.
million.
30 million.
I think it was
30
40.
million pounds.
I think he's probably the best player in his position for his age, not at a big team.
Rumor he's got number 9 jersey at Man United. If that's the case, doesn't look they buy another striker then.
You can play there. He can play there.
Yeah, but like,
See, Benteke hasn't taken a number yet, just waiting for Lambert.
he's waiting for Lambert to leave, isn't
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's amazing.
Like, I was on the club shop there, and it's just like everyone, and then it's just no Benteke at all. But Gerrard's still there, but I'm guessing he's still a seller, even though he's not at the club anymore.
That's incredible. Probably. All right. Schweinsteiger in for 14 million. If he stays fit,
20.
It's like 14, 15, yeah.
yeah. They just sell
The wages are about 250 grand a week, but
Yeah. For me, if he stays fit, I think this is
that's
phenomenal.
something. But he hasn't had a free injury season for about 5 years now, 4 years.
I don't think this makes any sense.
So
Why,
if
John?
he stays fit, he's going to be the best all-around midfielder in the league.
What?
Of course he will be. Centre midfielder.
Cesc.
Him and Sask.
Okay.
So when you can just control a game in midfield, who's better? No one can do it better.
How many games do you honestly watch them in?
Of Schweinsteiger.
Yeah, if he's
An awful lot,
if he's
actually.
honestly the best in the Premier League,
Yeah, 'cause
why
there's
wasn't he
fuck all
playing for Bayern?
Because Guardiola favoured Alonso.
Yeah, because Alonso.
Well,
and
actually, it
he's
wasn't
also
he favoured
letting Alonso
Lam.
go.
He
But he had Lam as well.
Yeah. He
No.
played a left back instead of the best player in the midfield in the Premier League.
Man, you go through the midfield in the Premier League, who's good? Who can run a game as good as anyone?
Carrick.
So you're having
Yeah.
Carrick ahead of Schweinsteiger.
Yes, alright, that's why the Schweinsteiger
Come
thing makes no
on
sense.
now.
United did not need a midfield.
No, they didn't.
They needed
They didn't.
Schneiderlin, which is a great signing for them.
They didn't need both him and Schneiderlin, no. But
They did. They needed a proper DM, and Schneiderlin will be that DM.
well, they've Carrick there and Schneiderlin have 3 now.
Schweinsteiger's going to be centre.
Schweinsteiger will not play.
Schweinsteiger's
If
going to be
he's
centre.
fit, he'll play.
It'll be Carrick or Schneiderlin in the defence.
Yeah, no, I think he's an excellent
He'll be
midfielder.
gone next year.
Well, you look at when Germany had him in the World Cup last year, for example. They had Lam for the first 2.5, 3 matches. Lam. They brought on Schweinsteiger, who wasn't fit against. Was it Ghana? They were losing 2-1, and they brought him on, changed thing, and then they looked really, really good. He was playing centre midfield.
That game, didn't they?
Yeah, they were losing, and they brought him on, and then they went on and won the World Cup with him in the middle of the park. They had Lam there, and they put him back to right
Look,
back.
I started
Yeah,
off by saying
so
this:
sure
if he
up the
stays fit,
defence.
this is a great signing. Yeah, but I think you're out of your mind thinking he's going to be like the player of the year.
I think we had a bad Premier League season, so Dan just thinks it's all shite.
But
Matic is a better player.
That's very odd. That could.
And how many
definitely-
midfielders really run it? Like, could Milner do it? Like who? It's
I'm talking
it's well
about. I'm
past-
talking about dictating the game.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah,
and
but,
Carrick
yeah, but it
can
doesn't
do
happen in the Premier League. That's why, because they can't do it. That's why.
Okay, moving on. Schneiderlin, good or bad? I think it's a good signing.
Great signing.
Okay,
Very good
great.
player.
Darmian from Torino for 12. I like.
Did he play right back against England
Okay,
last year?
yeah, he was in the Italian World Cup squad. That's how I know him.
Yeah, that's what I think.
They brought the Argentina goalie.
That's it. Sergio
Terrible
Romero.
signing. He's awful.
Ken Early on the second captains was like he should have saved Götze's goal. But that
Probably.
I thought he was pretty poor. In
that whole
World Cup.
Argentina really should have.
Good penalty
They balled
save.
it.
Good at penalty save.
I think he's got some. Look, he's going to be second choice. De Gea is probably
Tim
sticking
Krul,
around. Is De Gea sticking around, by the way?
good penalty saving.
De
Yeah,
Gea will stay because Casillas has replaced Casillas for Madrid, and Casillas already been given the number 1 jersey. No,
Okay.
not Navas has done number 1. So they have 2 keepers now. Man United are probably just like, well, look, if you want to go on extra, go on a free, we'll try and win the league with you in it.
If
So
United-
it might convince him to stay, and also having him in the team could be worth 35, 40 million anyway. So they'll just
if
pick him.
United don't make top 4 this year,
They'd be-
I'm just saying if they
yeah,
don't.
Are we doing predictions next week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm not saying I'm predicting they won't. I'm just saying they could be in a lot of trouble because
Well, the FFP are not really.
FFP they've lost 20 million on Di Maria. They're gonna lose 20 million on De Gea because he'll be gone next year.
For free.
Yeah, they're throwing wages all around the place.
Oh,
They're trying
it's
to
incredible what they're doing.
The pay is probably also on a lot of money.
Well, they did get a little bit of money back. Van Persie, defender batch, I think it was about 12 or 13.
I don't think it was. I think it was about 5.
Really?
I think it's about 5.
Sorry, it's undisclosed in front of me here.
If it's undisclosed, it's peanuts.
Was it too? Was it well? Depay was also undisclosed. Was it too early to get rid of Van Persie?
No,
Well,
I
yes,
don't.
because they've no replacements.
Yeah,
I would have
but
kept him or Falcao, and they
I would have kept Van Persie. But anyway, look, it's a strange one, isn't it? That Van Gaal, after obviously coaching Van Persie and whatnot,
He's,
that
Van
shows-
Gaal is shitting on everyone.
that
He's
shows a
giving
bit-
goals at Schweinsteiger, the best
Yeah.
midfield in the world. He's giving
Yeah,
goals.
because that's
He's
what I
giving
said.
a go at Ashley Young.
Ashley Young, he was very-
best player in the Premier League.
he did give Ashley
Ashley
Young a hard time,
Young,
yeah.
Raphael.
It's tough love,
He's
John.
a prick,
It's just the way he
though.
plays.
He's
it.
a prick, though, isn't he, Van Gaal? He's not a nice man. He's just arrogant.
Very lucky to get fourth.
Well,
next
his
year.
speech
I know
at
they
the
probably
Oh, of
think
course he
so.
is, yeah.
Okay, lads. All right, back to this. Let's see. Norwich. No.
Robbie Brady.
Brady off Hull.
Oh, that happened yesterday, and it's not here.
So they lost Snodgrass last year to Hull. He got injured, and then this year they swapped divisions, and they bought Brady, the same sort of player, back to Norwich. So,
Very
ironic.
interesting. Southampton. What do you know about Junami? Is it a board game?
I don't know.
Come on, John.
I got nothing.
Jumanji. Yeah, he was bought for 5 million from Malaga. Does our Spanish expert not know?
Juanmi. Oh, him. Yeah, he's actually good. He got like 18 goals last year.
Oh, fucking fair play.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. I thought it was like Jumanji. Who the fuck is this guy? He's actually a decent signing.
8.4 million on Classy. Jordi Classy from...
He looked good in the World Cup last year, actually, for
Okay.
Ajax. He played all right. It was in the Champions
Ajax
League.
playing the World Cup.
No, it's won the Champions League. Yeah, because that's what I said.
Brilliant. Okay, Stoke. Let's see here. Who did Stoke get in? They got in Shay Given. We talked about that. Van Ginkel, we talked about that. They got in Glenn Johnson on a free
On
transfer.
behalf of the La Masia.
Football 365 listed 2 signings on a free transfer for Stoke this year. Glenn Johnson from Liverpool on free transfer, and Glenn spelled with an extra N, Johnson free transfer from Liverpool.
Oh God, they got him twice.
They have 2 toilet seats.
Glenn Johnson is Glenn Johnson. And Glenn Johnson's his ours.
Okay,
That's
so
your
I
score.
wonder if he's on much money there.
He's on loads. They have loads of money.
yes, it's
Where are they getting this money?
Stoke
Like
have
Bojan and... I was like, it looks actually like a potential team they could have this year. It actually looks really good.
They're taking like all of they tried to get Shaqiri. They're taking all of like the Barca people who have failed.
Let me see. They've got Muniesa, Bojan. They bought
Is
another
Affalay not going there?
Affalay. They got Affalay. They got another lad as well. They got the 2 lads.
Affalay could be great. I always thought he was good.
Never really got a chance at Barca, but I suppose he was never good enough.
Loads of Dutch coming to the Premier League. Sebastian Cortez come from Liverpool, undisclosed to Sunderland. I always thought he was fine. I'm sure he's fine for
He
Sunderland.
was slow. And
He's very
not
slow.
good.
Him and John O'Shea together.
He's one of those players that will get a clean sheet for Sunderland against a top 14 because he's just big.
Yeah, because but you can play in your own 18-yard line. You don't have to push up.
Another Dutchman, Jurman Lenz from Dynamo Kiev,
Is that the fast winger, isn't it?
fast winger.
Yeah, he's all right.
And they signed Yunus Kabul from Spurs. Spurs captain.
Where's he gone? Swansea?
Sunderland.
Sunderland.
After he said I'd never sign for Sunderland.
Oh, yeah, did you see that? Yeah.
He was Spurs captain last year, am I right?
He was captain for about the first 4 months.
Okay. That's
I'm waiting for
Pretty
3
strange.
weeks because I just think Spurs are going to go mad. They've signed no one.
we're almost there. It's really, really interesting, the Spurs thing. Swans, because they always spend. Swansea.
They always wait, though.
Anu from Marseille. Am I pronouncing that right? Anu?
That's the guy that the expensive lad actually I was going to mix up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually all right. I think he's Ghanaian.
Elder from Braga.
Is that the midfielder? Elder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else there. Spurs. Okay. Who have they got in? Kevin Weimer from Cologne. Okay. Tripper from Burnley.
Trippier. Yeah, he's all right.
He's rumoured for Liverpool.
Better than Kyle Walker, anyway.
Alderweireld from Atletico.
He's a good buy.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
He's a good buy.
Paulinho is finally gone for
Carragher
9
will
Man
have to wear his
Yeah, have to wear
his
United
Man United jersey
Yeah.
first time in F.
That's right. What did Paulinho cost them again?
Bet
26?
15 to 20 million.
20,
I'd say
yeah.
about 20.
Gone for 9.
Because he was nearly player of the Confederations Cup 2013.
something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. He made
He's
the World
awful.
Cup as well. Watford,
They got some great buys.
Barami from Hamburg for 3. That's
He's really good.
He's very good actually.
Good manager as well, Kike Sanchez Flores.
Bristos from Napoli, and I don't know who he is.
He's a left back, isn't he?
Yes, I think so. West Brom,
They look decent.
James McLean for 15 million.
1.5.
Sack.
1.5. Sorry, Jesus.
15 million for James McLean.
I was about to. That's why I looked at you that way. Sorry.
You know, he's a good buy for that. Very good buy.
And finally, West Ham. They've been busy. Let's
Their
see.
season started.
Poyet up front.
Poyet up front.
I think their season started like the day after
It-
our
they've-
last
they've-
show. Like.
They've got Arsenal on the first day, and they're convinced they're going to beat them because we're going to be so much fitter than you at the time.
They got
home or away?
Agbana.
It's in the Emirates.
Not as good.
They got Agbana from Juve for 8 million.
He's good at the long range shots, isn't he?
He's good at. He's a big fucking
man.
man.
He's a big man.
lad. And they released Carton Cole. Very sad.
They'll buy him back though. They've released him like 3 times.
Yeah,
They
but-
released him like it was 2 years ago, and then they realized we've no other striker. So they go, here, trying to play for us again.
Does he live beside the stadium or what's
He's
the crack?
from London. He was in the Chelsea youth setup.
It's
Yeah.
like when Rafa released Fabio Aurelio and Hodgson signed him back in a beautiful, just
5-star move.
yeah. God, like gave Hodgson those 6 months for Liverpool fans. I think that one.
I was very happy with that too. Stuart Downing has been sold to Middlesbrough for 5.5 million.
Incredible.
Seems unfair.
Incredible price.
It's like
That's
when-
raising to 7 if they get promoted.
It's like when
Six-
Bellamy went to Cardiff. It's like this doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, six
Yeah, but
months
he went on
after.
a free, didn't he, though, to Cardiff?
It's
I think they
six
paid
months
for it.
after being called back
Liverpool
up,
might
isn't
go,
it?
yeah, I think. Huh?
6 months after being called back up to the.
He's from up there, but like
I don't think he
Middlesbrough.
likes
If Middlesbrough don't go up this year, they're trying to buy Jordan Rhodes off Blackburn for 15 million.
Yeah.
Fifth championship teams spending this money.
Okay, I'm going to go through the rest of Europe now as quickly as I can. What I want you to do is I want you to stop me if you want to talk about it, okay? Or just start talking, okay? So, Carlos Tevez to Boca Juniors for 6.5.
Lost for Juventus.
I think so.
Big loss, yeah.
They've lost quite a
Well,
few
they've got
players.
Mandzukic and another lad they bought in as well. Was it Zaza?
Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there.
Not Tevez.
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay, let's see here. Ederson has gone from Lazio. That would have been used about 7 years ago. Sorry about that.
Never heard of him.
Really?
No.
Okay. There's one here that's really going to interest you, Dan. Leeds have signed big man
Bamba.
Bamba finally. I didn't know he was on loan to you, but
Yeah, we only had him on loan last year. Yeah, we got
Okay.
him. Yeah, he'd be our captain this year. He could buy.
okay, excellent stuff. Yeah, that's the Bamba one here. Let's see who else has come in. Geez, not many people are going to Italy, lads, by the looks of things.
What about the Milan teams? They bought loads of players.
So everybody's
Everyone's gone to Inter. and
Okay, here we go.
RAC.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
It's
this
ridiculous.
This
It's
one
a
broke
weird
me.
one.
This one broke me. Kondogbia,
Great buy.
so good.
How much is it for? Because I've heard it's 40 million, then I've heard 25, but I've heard mainly 20, 25.
Didn't we talk about this last year?
Maybe we did. I think it's 25.
I think that's a good buy.
I
I
think
think a lot of good Premier League teams missed out on that one.
Absolutely.
Not for that money.
Miranda.
Great buy.
from
Really good
Atletico?
centre half. Really good centre half.
Okay. Montoya from Barcelona.
Very solid right back.
Okay. And Jonathan Biambi is being finally shipped out.
Biani.
Yeah,
The guy who's been there for like 10 years.
Off and on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Neto has gone from Fiorentina to Juve. That's a really good
And he
signing.
lives on that Gomez thing now. That
Um,
looks like gone very quiet.
what was that again?
Gomez, Liverpool.
Oh, no.
So
No.
with Hugo coming in, it's probably gone now.
Yeah, I'd say so. And, okay, let's see. Milan have got...
Balotelli looks to be going to Sampdoria
Yeah, that's reported for... Well, no. Well,
Back again,
for
is it?
no money.
Yeah, no, what they said they won't pay the 7 million, basically.
No, they
Oh,
said they
yeah.
won't pay 10. They said they will pay 7.
Really? We get 7 back on him.
That's huge. I thought they said that he won't pay 7. I'm going to read into that in a sec. Also, a third division Italian team tried to get going for Balotelli.
I did hear that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Carlos Bacca, who John really fancied, has
one day.
for one day has gone
Really
from
talked
Seville
filthy to me.
he did. He insulted John. I don't want to go into it. He's gone for 30 million. Who's this guy who's gone from Roma for 20 million?
That's.
To Milan.
Is it 9 Gillen? No.
No.
It was a.
Bertolacchi?
Is that the centre half? No.
I think it is. Luis Adriano from Shakhtar Donetsk to Milan.
He scored. Him at Messi, the only two people who scored 5 goals in Champions League match.
That's incredible. Pepe Reina has gone back to Napoli. That loan deal is finished.
Yes.
Let's see here. That might be it besides Juve's business, which
Galatasaray for Fenerbahce have been loading the players in as well.
they have indeed. I'm just seeing.
Did you see a Schneider went to like Dundee or something?
What?
It's like a different Schneider, the exact same spelling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just like Schneider's gone to like Dundee. You're like, what?
Okay, so Juve have also brought in Roberto Pereira from Udinese.
Was he not? He must have been co-owned because he was there last year. Pereira.
Yeah, 14 million. That was a full day. Sami Khedira from Real Madrid.
If they can get if he gets his head in it, he's a good buy.
That's to replace Pirlo, who has gone out to New York Red Bulls.
So it'll be Khedira. Marquisio really would be the leader in that midfield now, won't he?
Yeah,
And Pogba and who's the last one?
Pereira, probably.
Pereira.
Mario Mandzukic from Atletico Madrid for 19 million. He's just bouncing around. How come he only lasted one season at Madrid?
I say he's a prick.
Well, they wanted Jackson Martins and they got him. They spent double that. They spent like 30 million on Jackson.
And finally, they spent 32 million. They've actually spent a lot at Juve on Paulo Dybala.
Do you have Palermo?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, excellent. Let's have a quick look at Bayern Munich here. They brought in Douglas Costa from Shakhtar Donetsk. You said that earlier. He's like pretty lauded, isn't he? People are saying he's a good lad.
I don't know. There's so many of those attacking midfielders like from Brazil. They're just kind of nothing, like, you know.
And one of the biggest transfers that was set to happen last year, and the Pogba thing outshone it this year, but he's actually gone, is Vidal to Bayern.
Good buy, but he's not really a replacement for Schweinsteiger. He's more of an attacking midfielder, though, you know.
The man who drunk drove into a wall and then said, "If you arrest me, Chile will lose."
And he was right, wasn't he?
And he was right.
Oh, that's right. Continue being a cunt. It'll all work out well for you.
Sure.
I don't
why
think he's a
not?
good. I think he's an absolute madman.
Eh.
He's just this mad South American. He's a great player, though, to be fair.
I think he cost Juventus the Champions League.
What?
He was running around like a headless chicken, leaving Pirlo open to himself.
Yeah, he didn't protect Pirlo very much, and
He
that
didn't
kind of
protect
was
Pirlo
his
at all.
job. Yeah, I suppose. Okay,
No one got to him.
Let's look
Just
at
like Bayern in the last 2 years.
Bayern's
Pretty
midfield's
soon.
going to be very strange now. I think it could be very good though.
With Thiago coming back as well, Javi Martinez has to come back.
And
He might be a centre half.
What about Alonso?
I'll also be there another year, 2
looking
years.
to let him go, apparently.
They're looking to let him go.
He's going to be the Lamb.
Lamb, yeah, I'd say so. Okay, we'll just do the big ones. Atletico, Real, and Barca. Atletico have brought in Jackson Martinez for 35 million. That's a huge amount of money.
He's nearly 30.
Perpetually linked to Arsenal.
I don't think
Arsenal.
Wenger would buy him because of that price, because he's very stubborn. It's like,
yeah.
you know, good player, but not with that.
Carrasco, Belgian, for 11 million from Monaco. Monaco are really shipping out a lot of their players,
Carrasco
aren't
is
they?
centre midfielder.
Because
Yes.
Johanner's getting a divorce.
Oh, that's right. Former Man City player, I think, Savic,
Yeah,
has gone from Fiorentina for 12 million.
he's okay.
And Mario Suarez has gone the other way.
He's a loss. I think he's a decent player.
He was always very good for them.
Decent DM.
Felipe Luis, as John mentioned earlier, back to them.
See, they've already got a guy called Seguera left back. I wonder what happened to him.
So basically, Chelsea made a 1 million loss on bringing him in and winning the league with him. That's fine. But who's going to be competition now for the left back?
Probably go.
I imagine they have a young guy floating around.
Yeah?
I've never heard of anyone's coming up, so they'll probably go out and buy
They never
some.
do, though. Who was your man who played midfield for them in matches when they were just being
Loftus
Chelsea?
Creek. Something.
No, it was
Who's this?
Zuma?
Loftus Cheek.
Was it Zuma?
Zuma played centre.
Zuma has played there before, yeah. Okay, Real Madrid,
Quite enough.
Casemiro from FC Porto.
He's
Casemiro, excuse
coming
me.
back on loan.
Okay, he's come back very good. Let's see. They bought a lad from Mallorca for 4 million.
Yeah, he's only.
Danilo from FC Porto, right back.
Yeah, he's
31 million.
He's plus like the Mycon. He's the new Mycon. Everyone thinks like.
I didn't hear about this until today when I
I
was reading
told you
over
about
this.
this like 2 months ago.
Did you? Okay. fair
Yeah.
enough. And a guy from Real Espanol for 6.
He was off Casillas.
Casilla.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
keeper,
keeper.
yeah.
Okay, grand. And Hernandez has gone back on loan to Man United, but is a collarbone injury, something pretty bad, wasn't it?
Am I the only person he's quite underrated?
I completely think he's underrated, John.
I think he's a decent sub, but I think he's a bit of a headless
Like,
chicken
yeah,
every
but
start.
say if you've got like 3 strikers, you're going to play only one up front. Just for example, you're going to play one up front all year. That's your formation. To have him as number 2 or 3 is
He
perfectly
hasn't been
acceptable.
very good for quite a long time.
Well, Chelsea had Drogba and Torres and Ba and all these fellas last few years. Like, you know, he's better than them. You know, he's definitely useful.
Okay, finally, from Spain, Alex Vidal from Sevilla for 18 million, and Arda Turan, the one that I don't think makes sense, for 34 million, because I don't see where he fits in.
Not unless Pedro's going, and they're trying to force Pedro's hand. I don't know.
But where did they play? But they're still.
Alex Vidal is not going out on loan because he doesn't want to, and
Did they want? They bond for 18 million to put him on loan.
no, because he can't play until January.
Oh, sorry, that.
So he says, I don't want to go out on loan, and Arda Turan is not allowed to go out on loan. Luis Enrique is not allowing him. He says no, because I think he doesn't want to get injured.
Tell me this about Turanda. Where does he play? Like, obviously, Rakitic, Busquets, and Iniesta's the plan.
But he's generally... He generally played in wide over 4. Wide over 4 with Atletico. But he could go in a 3.
But who comes out? Rakitic?
I don't think... I think he's just going to be there to kind of... Like in early the Eidur Johnson role, 2008-9, when they won the...
He's only 28, Dan.
Yeah, but it's almost like he's just going to come in and play anywhere.
I think
He'll be the first sub on every match.
How old is Iniesta?
Iniesta's about 32.
32.
Would it be like how Rakitic was to Xavi and just kind of push him out, sort of?
I think he wouldn't be as disciplined to play. He'd have to be the most attacking of the 3. You know, I don't think he could kind of play as a playmaker.
How attacking does a midfielder really have to be? Not that part of the team at the minute.
That's a very, very good point.
I don't know. It'd be interesting anyway where they put him in. But he's a very good player anyway. But
And finally, Damien Duff to Shamrock Rovers.
hey,
Yeah. That's a good thing, isn't it? Has he played yet?
he's going to be probably fit in the next 2 weeks or so.
He could raise a Ruddock up and just get as fat as humanly possible, and he'd still be the best.
They already
player
have
in
one
the
of them. They already have one of them.
Danny Nord.
Danny
league.
North.
How funny was
yeah,
that
I
when he
watched
came
him.
on?
I watched it.
So I went to a Rovers game, the Europa League game,
Me too.
before they were
Yeah.
knocked out, unfortunately, and it was against. Were they from Luxembourg?
Progress from Luxembourg.
Yep. And Danny North came on at the end when you were already 2-0 up.
And I did warn you about him.
All the crowd, as in the Shamrock Rovers fans, started chanting "You fat bastard" at their own player, and as soon as ball came to feet, he fell on his bottom. It was worth the €15 admission alone. I'll tell you that.
It was gas out because I kept saying it to you. Me and Seamus kept saying it all game. If Danny Nord comes on, you won't believe this fella.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Now he was always kind of a Wayne Rooney kind of build, kind of a bit.
Oh, don't flatter yourself. He's about 5'1".
No, I'm just saying he was always bigger, but he wasn't. He scored 25 goals about 2 years ago.
5'1" and a Wayne Rooney build.
Well, he's not
means
5'1". now.
That's Tyrone from Carnation Street. You're talking about.
I felt bad because I don't know if it,
He's
when
not
I,
5'1".
when I went to
least.
when I went to the Rovers game, I don't know if it was like flashbacks to my days of playing FIFA when I tried to run down the wing as fast as I could with Ryan Bowell and try to cross it to Peter Crouch. Because who was your man, the decent right back you have?
Simon Madden,
Yeah, Simon Madden, run down, great, beat a few players, got across it in, and there's your man, the fat arse, just 40 yards behind them, just trying to catch up. And I was just like, poor guy.
Yeah, believe it or not, when we were playing the team there, we lost to their. We'll go on to that now. They lost to the team in Norway, Odds, Greenland. They lost to them, and actually they brought North on. He actually played really well, and he did actually alright the other night as well. So maybe he's stayed away from Burger King for a few weeks, but it's very funny.
Okay, before we talk about the Copa and we really need to start get things rolling here, I'm just going to go over some rumours, and I just want you to tell me if it's more likely or less likely to happen. Di Maria to PSG.
Done.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
This guy Darman from PSG to Liverpool, left back. So heavily linked though.
I think that I've heard. I don't know much about him, but I've heard a lot of things. I think it will go through.
I think they were planning to loan out Gomez, and he really shined. So
I think you might be right. Wisdom, by the way, has gone out on loan.
Yeah.
That's
To Norwich.
a weird
To
one.
Norwich.
He's not.
But Alori's not going out. So there'll be Alori, Sacco, Lovren, Skirtle,
Alori existed.
and Colo Toure.
That's a new contract.
Of course. Pedro to Man United for 22 million. Is how likely is that?
If Di Maria goes, it's a number 7 wide man shirt for him. Yeah.
I'd see a bigger chance of him going to Chelsea.
Yeah, I see him go to either Chelsea or I don't see him staying at Barca personally.
No,
I think that's all but I think
because
that's
he
all
knows
but
he can't get ahead of the front 3 and he wants game time.
Okay, excellent. And I don't
could go to Stoke. I don't know.
do we have to say this? I suppose Benzema to Arsenal won't go away this year.
United, Madrid haven't bought a striker, and I'd imagine they would want to buy a big one before they
Well,
let him go.
I don't see even though
Aguero is the card I'd want, isn't it?
and Aguero's not going.
Well, they want Ronaldo to play officially number 9 this year, pretty much by himself.
Rafa does their management.
I think he'd be playing there next year as number 9.
I can't
personally.
imagine Rafa wanting that.
think
And I
I think
can't.
Ronaldo would have a lot of.
I think Rafa would like a striker like Benzema. I
Yeah,
don't think he's
that's
going
what I
to put
think.
Messi there.
There was a weird one now where he said he did tweet Benzema. He was on a plane earlier today. No, he input Instagram. He's on a plane and he says, "Oh, I'm starting a new path."
No,
life,"
he
or
said
something.
leave the past in the past is what he said.
Yeah, and he's on an airplane and he left this pre-season tour, but I don't think that means anything. I'd love to see him in the Premier League, but I don't think. But you never know. Wenger is always mad for these late deals. Look at Ozil 2 years ago. Last day.
We talked about the Copa America earlier. I guess I don't know really what you want to say about the final. It was very it was just a really nasty kind of slugfest.
That's terrible.
I've said he was a good player all year to this day, and I've never seen a guy.
I don't think there's ever been a player who's had a worse year of football.
It's been incredible.
That's what
he
I
missed
say.
that big chance of the World Cup final. He missed pretty much a pretty easy chance, and then he blew his penalty. He didn't even.
I don't
missed a
understand.
penalty
It.
for
By the way,
Napoli as well to get
same-
to
Who's
the Champions
destroyed
League.
him? Is it Rafa's?
It's the same. I
don't
don't
know.
know. Is it maybe just leave Madrid? Is the same manager for Argentina
No.
during the Copa the same guy in the World Cup?
No. It was-
So
it's-
can answer me this then? Why do they insist on playing a front three of Aguero, Messi, and Higuain instead of Tevez, Messi, and Aguero? Why? Why has this been the case over the last year?
Well, first of all, Tata Martino is their manager. The guy who was manager of Barcelona 2 years ago. He's a disaster.
What, like why? Like
Because maybe I don't know. They
Argentina have such a squad, and they've fucked up. They've absolutely fucked up their last two competitions with this Higuain bias.
Yeah.
I don't know, lads. Messi will probably never win an international award.
Yeah, well, he's got another chance, I suppose. But
got Russia.
he's running out of time.
He's got one more chance, one more big chance to be the talisman at least in a cup, in the World Cup. Okay, Dan, some League of Ireland in Europe news.
The Rovers are out. Dundalk went out as well to Bate. They lost 2-1 in aggregate. They're just actually really unlucky. They should have won over in Belarus.
Yeah.
Their team would beat was it Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid in the last 2 years in Champions League.
It sounds like Bate were a much better team, but Dundalk played very well and held them off for a
away
while.
from home.
Yeah.
Dundalk were better, but then in Royal Park, it's like you're at home. Sometimes
You
the initiative is
can't
on you.
defend. Yeah,
So they kind of had to go more direct. They just couldn't get into it. But
and they're still running away with the league.
they drew to Cork the other day. I think they're probably still tired, but they're still like 6 points clear with a massive goal difference. Like they'll win the league. But I honestly thought they could have. If they got a nice draw, they would have got through the next round. But I don't know. They're a good team, but oh well.
Okay, and other Europa League news at all, if any? West Ham scraped through.
Penalties.
On penalties, 5-4, something like that, against who? What were the opposition?
I think they were a Malta team or Luxembourg team or something. They were nothing like. They were,
Okay. When we're previewing the Premier League next week, we'll go through the draw properly of the World Cup. I guess, but before we do that, just talk about Ireland's draw.
happy enough with it.
We won't qualify.
We won't qualify. We won't.
Enough said.
Yeah,
we'll analyse that
we're
next
We're
week.
not good enough to qualify.
Okay, so awards. We've got summer awards. We can't really have the normal weekly awards. When does the championship start?
Same week.
Say
Because
the
everyone's
8th.
starting early.
The
Okay.
8th.
Okay, cool.
2 weeks.
All right, so John, Dan has put this down here without warning us. Really, best Premier League moment ever. So this is because of the Henri ad, right?
Yeah.
Celebrating 23. What? By the way, why instead of 20 or 25? Why in the 23rd anniversary have they decided to be like?
Because
Let's
they've
talk
nothing
about.
to report on.
Yeah, but it's a
And,
weird.
and,
no,
and
no,
they're
no,
trying
no,
to they're trying to milk this.
It's just
on
their
everything as well.
advertising. They
I
always
think it's
do
a
it.
weird campaign.
But they're to be fair, they're advertising and PR, marketing and all that. Like it is actually a really good ad, but it's like
Yeah.
it's so
Can I tell you my takeaway
biased
from
and
the ad?
ridiculous as well at the same time. You know what I mean?
What's biased about it? Except that it's the best league in the world. Well, it's been the best league in the world.
It's the best. It's the best marketed and
Best league.
advertised work.
It's
league
the best,
in the world.
but over the
It's
last
not-
15
also the best
years,
league in the world.
it's the best league in the world.
It's the
in
match
terms of-
where 6th versus 7th. It's a big match on a Sunday. Real Madrid and Barca is the one big match, and occasionally Atletico.
it is the best league in the world.
yeah, but it's marketed the best way.
No,
Definitely.
it's the best league.
It
in
is
the
the
world,
best league
though.
in the world, though.
Because any team can beat any team. Like that's the thing. It's.
No, technically, it's not the best team. Technically, as in skill level, it may not be the best.
I'd say throughout the league it is. The other teams are it's just very top heavy in the other leagues. Very top heavy. Look at people who come to the Premier League and fail. It happens more than people going from the Premier League and doing fair to middling in other leagues. I'm not talking about English players. I'm talking about people who climatise the Premier League. Two things I took away from this ad was one, I thought that Sky, with all their resources, could have done a little bit of the colour shading better. All right. My main takeaway is when he's standing beside Henri from 2004. there's no difference. The
No,
man
he hasn't aged.
The man no, but seriously though, hasn't aged a day. It's kind of frightening. I'm wondering if they touched up one or the other, to kind of.
Careful now, don't do Hulk Hogan.
No, you're the one doing a fucking Hulk Hogan. I didn't say anything. All right. So, having said that, John, what's your favourite Premier League moment of all time?
Favourite or best?
Both?
Moment, favorite and best, I suppose.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like for sheer, like how memorable it was. I remember watching Ferguson's last match at Swansea when they all gave him the Guard of Honour and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Thought that was pretty cool for a Premier League moment. But my own, just for personal watching match in the pub with people, I think it was Arsenal 4, Liverpool 4, the Irish Avenue.
Incredible match.
It was just, it's probably, like, there's been a few since, but that was the first match where I was like, what is going on here? It's our Newcastle, Liverpool.
I was in college that day, and my dad texted me, we're getting Sky Digital in tonight. It'll be in tonight. I was like, oh yeah, Liverpool against Arsenal. That's grand. I'll get a few beers and watch it. That might be good. Yeah. First match ever watched on Sky Plus.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
But that match in general is just, I've never seen anything like it. That has just got me like, oh my god.
It's because you hammered them as well, and they just kept hitting you in the break. It was just
it was so amazing that our Shavin just run. My favorite Premier League moment is probably the 4-1 at Old Trafford. That was my favourite moment in the pub, especially. Like, Noel almost got kicked out, and like it was 1-1. Like when Torres scored the penalty, Noel, I'll never get that grey jersey. Like Noel was like, we met up and started drinking at 9, right. And we actually felt that from the first time since the Champions League, this team could actually be really special. Like we felt it, we got to the final 2 years later, right? So this is what year? This is 2009, 2008. 2009. Noel was like, I will never forget the moment. So I'm like at the TV, and Noel's directly behind me at the bar getting a drink, I believe. And the Torres penalty goes in, and like there's too many people between me and Noel to actually enjoy the penalty together. The Torres goal. Yeah. Okay, and I turn around, and Noel is like blood red in the face, screaming. His pint is at an angle that it's like spilling but only dribbling, so rather than like just spilling in one area, it's like kind of spraying like a really tepid water hose around the place, and he's screaming like, you fucking cunts, and there's like, it's 1:30 on a Saturday, children everywhere. It's the first time at 1:30 on a Saturday I've ever seen somebody being asked to like, you're either gonna have to stop talking or leave the pub. And I think the best Premier League moment, and it's one that really one that really hurts me in a way, because it's kind of the death nail in Liverpool being a top 4 team, is actually City winning the cup for the first time, to win the title. Yeah, the way
that's the best moment.
The way in which it happened, I can, as a football fan, just appreciate how incredible it was, how down to the wire it was, and
45 seconds. Yeah, to score 2 goals.
It really is like, it's. I don't think we'll ever actually see anything like that in any league again. But on a personal level, as a Liverpool fan, that had huge ramifications. Like, I knew that it was happening with the takeover, and I knew it was happening when I saw the money that had gone to City the last 3 seasons. But that right then and there was like,
you were already gone from that.
But like, this was like, it wasn't that we're gone; it's that we're never coming back.
We did.
But it's exactly.
That's my favorite, and that's the best moment. My favorite personal one. As you've kind of made it a bit personal to yourselves, I'm going to put Mark Viduka's 4 goals against Liverpool. That was
very good.
He literally had 4 shots in the whole game, and we had 11 first team players out. We only had 4 people on the bench, including a goalkeeper. We had no players, and you were hammering us at the start, and he just scored 4 goals. It was incredible. Absolutely amazing match.
Okay, wackiest transfer rumour of the summer. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with either Royce to Liverpool or Ronaldo to United. John? What's the silliest thing you've read?
What is the silliest thing I've heard?
I know the one.
Okay, Dan, go
mine was Royce to Liverpool, which I was laughing.
I think Liverpool fans are doing that.
Yeah, we all knew.
Plus, he finished 7th last year. Like, where else is he going to go?
Then I see the goal he scored against Juventus.
It was good, but it wasn't amazing.
Sure, he only ran from the halfway line.
It wasn't as good as Felipe Max's goal.
That's not the first time he's done that.
Oh, he scored the overhead kick outside the box before. I've seen that.
Yeah.
He did the same week Ibrahimovic did that.
Yeah.
Ibra to United. Ibra to United.
I didn't like look at that and go 100% bullshit. I looked at it and I went 85% bullshit. While as Ronaldo to United, I went 100% bullshit.
I don't know. Rafa's got in trouble with players before, and he's always sort of linked.
Okay, all right.
But I don't read, like, the guy beside me works on Sky every day, and he's like, what about this, John? You know, Ronaldo coming back? And I was like...
He's reading like goalnews.net.
Yeah, it's basically like reading Paddy Power now. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like-
yeah, yeah. Okay, awards. We'll just do for the sake of it, unless you've got any heroes that you want to talk about over the summer. Anything
I have a
great
few
that happened?
spoofers of the summer.
I do too. Any heroes of the summer? Did anybody do anything great?
It's obviously biased, but Liverpool just had a great summer for
look.
funny videos. Like this isn't
I-
as a fan, but like the whole Lucas and Henderson in the club shop.
Unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky. The dizzy penalties, the keepy uppy challenges. It was just all some great stuff. Like.
Playing the buzzer thing
Yeah.
in Melwood.
Like, Lucas has a catchphrase. Come on.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I have to say, and it is slightly biased being a Liverpool fan, but if we become like this source of tremendous football comedy, that's grand. Like they're the most entertaining videos any team puts out, and they don't give a shit. And I think because Big Brother Jared's gone, they really feel like they can actually all be. And it's such a young team.
It's kind of good.
Like they can all act like kids.
seems to all get along, which is good.
I can honestly
So-
say, with the exception of Chelsea, because they're still on the high of winning the league and they haven't brought too many people in, so it's still like the same brotherhood. I can honestly say that there's no way there's a better morale in any Premier League team than Liverpool right now.
Just the one
It's
thing,
way
because
team.
it didn't happen by last time. The moment of the summer is the Colo Yaya chant in the hotel.
Have we not talked about this?
No.
Okay. Well, everyone's seen it, so yeah, it was definitely okay. So, spoofer. I've got a spoofer of the week and a spoofer of the summer. So I'm going to ask you guys to do the same. Dan, your spoofer. You have a spoofer of the week.
I've got two spoofers of the week, and they're also spoofers of the summer. It was two big spoofers this week. One is an Arsenal director saying that Wenger's 200 million to spend on a striker. It's
Sorry, was that your phone?
that was his
Oh,
phone.
no, never mind, because he was
You
so...
said silent.
He was so... Yeah, I know. Okay, all right, go on.
200 million on a striker. Except
Oh.
it's like Wenger goes, no, I don't have that.
Yeah.
It's like, but like, why are they saying that to people? Because it's just first of all raising transfer value, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Kamoli, the ex-Liverpool lad, saying that they better be careful who they're signing because they better be careful all these transfers they mightn't work out. It's like, sorry, pal, you dropped Stuart Downing for 20 million and Carroll for 35. You know, like I know he did buy Suarez and Henderson to a lesser extent was fine, but there was a lot of them were just, you know, it's just funny the way he's coming back.
Do you have anything from the... Not when we weren't doing the show, anything from the summer gone by, as big spoofer?
Did a bunch of FIFA people not get arrested, or was that
Yeah.
on the show?
I'm
Well,
gonna get
yeah, well-
actually, my hero of the summer, I think, was that comedian
That's
guy
the comedian fella, yeah.
doing the money thing to Bladder.
No.
Didn't appreciate that, John.
He does it all the time. He's a bit of a sack.
He does it all the time. It's the first time I haven't
Is he a
Bladder.
Scouser?
No.
No, his characters.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all it's a
Alright.
gimmick.
Like he jumped onto the pitch at Goodison and started training with City.
he's a madman.
He's just a wank, is what he is.
All right, John. Okay. Okay. So your spoofers of the summer /week /whatever.
FIFA and all getting arrested. I think I don't really have anyone. It's been a very dull summer. Like even with the Copa America and the Women's World Cup and all, I just
Well, maybe you're forgetting something. My spoofer of the week.
is this what I'm forgetting?
Yes, my spoofer of the week. Well, yeah, I've got two. My spoofer of the week is Hulk Hogan and the Hulk Hogan story. And the way it plays into this is because yesterday, obviously with the scandal of Hulk Hogan being racist,
Oh, yeah, the
a lot of people
pictures.
were tweeting Hulk Hogan with pictures of Premier League players. There's a picture of Wiltshire and Welbeck, and it was like coming from the perspective of Wiltshire, going, "This is
best
my
black friend."
my best friend who's black. Will you still support you?" and stuff like that. But the funniest one of all was somebody who created an account called HoganFan17, and he tweeted in the worst English possible, "I am Ivorian and I am black and I love you very much." And it was a wonderful picture of my best friend and yours, Colo Toure. And finally, the biggest spoof of the summer, and I can't believe after John saying, "No, it's boring, Copa America." What does the name Gonzalo Jarga mean to you,
Nothing.
Dan?
The guy who poked Cavani
He
up the bum.
fingered his bum.
This happens all the time.
Well, I've never seen it. Poor Cavani.
He got sent off. Cavani got sent off.
And Cavani got
Deservedly
sent
so.
off. Huh?
Deservedly so.
Cavani?
Yeah.
John.
He hit someone.
John, he was...
He got violated.
He got literally, like... that. You can't do that.
Happens all the time.
Well, look, I don't know. And Cavani has a lovely bum and everything, but I just... When I saw that, that was probably... It was one of the worst sending-offs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We're just saying Sterling goes without saying, basically.
Huh?
Sterling being a sack just goes without saying.
Yeah, I like... You know...
He got his move.
Delph as well. He's another snake.
I think the Sterling thing is as much his agent as it is Sterling. Because the man's so young, like, and probably very impressionable. I think Sterling was along for the ride. I think the agent was just like, look, you're your own man. You're going to get it the way you want it. Probably feeding all the shit. And all the agent was thinking about is how much I'm going to get 15% of this fucking transfer fee. You know? I don't have a hatred for Raheem Sterling as much as everybody else because I can kind of see how somebody that young can be manipulated.
I just don't think he's that good.
Well, time will tell. Time will tell. So, I think that's it, guys. Fair play.
For a show that had nothing to do, it was quite long, wasn't it?
Yeah. My head's hurt from looking at so many transfers. It really, really hurt me. Hopefully there won't be too many left between now and the end of the season.
But we'll be back next week.
Yeah, so we'll be back next week with our Premier League preview.
I'm pretty happy about that, by the way, because I was trying to rush my predictions and I went mad. So
Did you?
I
Yeah.
had some time to think of it.
I had nothing prepared. I see. I'm actually, like, I think I've thought more about these predictions than last year.
I think it'll be better than last year because everyone had, like the only thing that took us really was me and Neil's eagerness for Liverpool. Like, we all had Chelsea to win the league, like, you know what I mean? But at least this year it's still kind of wide open. Like, everyone's improved
Yeah.
in one way or the other.
One could argue that Chelsea have improved the least. So
I think
it could, yeah. So it could be closer. Like, well, yeah, like maybe, like you said that earlier about Falcao and stuff. So that's gonna be interesting. We'll do Premier League preview. Dan will do the Slight Championship preview. We'll talk a little bit more about the FIFA thing, and we'll do the World Cup draw and stuff like that. And obviously, we'll have all the latest news in the goings on of people jumping from one team to
We're
another.
doing bets this year again?
Yeah,
I'm still doing my free night out.
Yeah.
Do it next week.
I kind of think we have to do it like as soon as possible. We should probably do it on the first night, the Saturday night of the Premier League opening. Kind of perfect.
I'm going to Delaney's if you guys want to come.
Dan, one of your favourite places in the world. Have your night out in Delaney.
Leeds are on at 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
is
go
it-
there for then.
Is there a Premier League match on that time as well?
Probably.
I can check.
Because if I want to watch that Leeds match.
Yeah, Man United and Spurs at
Fuck that.
1:45. Well, they're both on.
Are Liverpool
Oh,
on
actually,
that
no.
day?
Delaney's is a Leeds pub. They always have that in the bar park.
Liverpool are playing late kick-off on Sunday away to the murderers of last season.
And
So,
I think West Ham and Arsenal is the other game on Sunday, is it?
yeah, West Ham and Newcastle.
I booked my first trip for next season.
Did you? Which game?
Palace.
I'm going to Leicester away.
You're going to Palace,
Yeah. No, I'm going to see Liverpool versus Palace.
but you never beat Palace.
Yeah, no.
Why'd you choose that one?
It's birthday. I'm not paying for it.
Niall.
Ah.
Girlfriend.
Who?
Exactly.
All right, that's enough. Now we're getting personal. Okay, everybody, thanks for listening to the show. If you enjoyed it, please share. Also, next week we'll probably have the new code for Year 2 of the Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
So here's to a great season, and here's to a great second season of the ITK Soccer Show. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll be back same time next week.